Okay, that's what I said. If I'm gay, God strike me dead. That's weird. It's hard to imagine a video like this going viral today, as most people would just call it corny or cringe and move on. But at the time, YouTube was a new and exciting way to share videos online. Most of the content was amateur, and many people saw it as a fun platform where anyone could post videos of personal moments, funny memes, and random life experiences. And anyone who spent a considerable amount of time on the internet at this point was still considered to be fringe and weird, which is also likely the reason why they gravitated towards Bo. The video's virality is largely credited to Burnham's awkward yet quirky demeanor. He didn't present himself as the greatest musician in the world, but rather just an ordinary theater kid trying to make his brother laugh. I definitely didn't put it up there as like, this is my ticket out of this town. I had written these songs and I wanted to show them to my brother who's in college, and at the time, YouTube was nothing. No one knew what it was. It was just like another outlet, and I didn't think of it as a career move. Once the video was shared to another video aggregate site called Break.com, it skyrocketed to 250,000 listens in a day. Now today, 250,000 views seems small, but back then it was an astronomical amount of people to have seen a video in one day. It was very strange because I saw this giant number and then I went to school and nothing was different. And I think it started a lifelong journey of these two separate sort of narratives being absolutely incoherent but overlaid on top of each other. From the very moment Bo's internet career started, he realized the bleak world of entertainers, especially those on social media. On one hand, they represent an idealized version of human potential, and on the other hand, they possibly don't deserve the attention they receive because, well, they're just another human. The problem then compounds because social media personalities rely on attention to maintain their financial livelihoods. This balance of needing, wanting, and also sometimes not wanting the attention is something Bo struggled with from day one. Despite that, he continued to upload videos of his comedic songs, fostering a cult-like fan base in the process. All of Burnham's early videos were recorded in and around his family's house in Hamilton, Massachusetts. In his bedroom, Bo couldn't look any more like the average 2007 American teen. Swoopy, Justin Bieber-ish hair, a t-shirt likely bought from Target, or a collar and necktie if he was trying to ironically look dressed up. His songs were written and performed alongside an acoustic guitar or the classic early 2000s digital electric piano. But I want you, yeah, like JFK, one in a car with a roof. Bo's flamboyance, musical style, and genuine talent showed his prowess as a theater kid. Now, all teenagers across all generations are awkward and struggle to discover their identity while navigating social expectations. But theater kids are often looked at as the most awkward or weird because they typically don't try to match the social standards of their peers. But Bo was a little different. His commentary on pop culture combined with his edgy humor allowed him to appeal to the cool kids or adults online, which is probably why he earned such a large fan base and led to every one of his videos surpassing multiple millions of views. Go to a vagina orchard. Count 1, 2, 3. Spin that plane around. You got a third world country. That's right. Consider yourself warned. I'm offensive and creative like handicap porn. You're playing with your breasts. Excuse me, can I try it, ma'am? You're pushing them together like a titty Venn diagram. Look at that crack. Excuse me, can I diagram right below your diaphragm? Ass looks like you're hot in ham. But because of his edgy lyrics, some of his songs have today been deemed offensive, including one called Clan Cookout, which is a song where Bo is inviting people to a cookout that is hosted by a clan member. Here's my wife slash sister, she brightens up my day. She went away and I missed her, cause my mom's a lousy lay. Don't hang with foreign fellows, it'll only be your loss. Stay here and roast marshmallows by the burning broad. Happy Clan Cookout. Or his song titled Perfect Woman, where Bo describes Helen Keller, the deaf and blind author, as the ideal woman for a relationship. Helen Keller was the perfect woman, but I don't think she cared. I played the song for her, she just sat there and stared. She was still my perfect woman, I was sort of a mess. I asked her to marry me, she said yeah. At the time, these jokes were seen as just status quo, typical edgy teenage humor. Today, people think the punchlines didn't age too well. By the time he graduated in 2008, he already secured a Hollywood agent, Douglas Edley, who represented several top-tier comedians, including Drew Carey and Dave Chappelle. Bo was able to transition quickly from YouTube to live performances and other traditional entertainment opportunities. One of his most memorable was his performance at YouTube Live. Not so much for his song, but rather his mortified reaction to Katy Perry's awkward intro.
He's funny, he's filthy, and he's gotten over 20 million views on his YouTube. And he's only 18 years old. Thank God you're 18 at least. He's here to play his world premiere of his new song, Welcome to YouTube. Come on, everybody, make some noise for Bo Burnham!
Thank you, Mrs. Perry.
Although many consider him a pioneer of YouTube, Bo had his sights set on Hollywood. I always wanted to be a comedian and actor, Burnham explained. I basically stumbled into the music medium, though. Musically, he adds, I'm okay, but that's about it. I like to think I'm good enough not to negatively affect the performance. From there, YouTube would just become this sort of catalog or landing page where he would return whenever it was time to release new material. Entering 2009, he leveled up his production higher than ever, releasing his first self-titled album. The album mostly included songs that had already been uploaded to his channel. He said, I wanted to show respect for the online community, that I think what pleases you guys, what you guys like, is good enough for any medium. The album received positive reviews from critics and peaked at #1 on the US Billboard Comedy Albums chart. It also entered the US Billboard Independent Albums chart, peaking at number 12, and was later certified gold. Despite seeing much success early on in his career, not everyone were exactly huge fans of his comedy. On March 2nd, 2009, 15 Westminster College students protested his concert there that evening due to his use of homophobic and racist language.
Gay bashing is wrong, which is so ironic because gay bashers would label me, So I was like the butt of that, and then all of a sudden I'm a gay basher. In 6 months, I completely changed. Who would have known?
Bo continued to defend his jokes. I try and write satire that's well-intentioned, but those intentions have to be hidden. It can't be completely clear, and that's what makes it comedy. This small incident ultimately had no impact on his career. He embarked on his first nationwide tour titled The Fake ID Tour. He booked more televised events like an appearance on Carson Daly's MTV show and NBC's Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. And he even earned a 20-minute Comedy Central stand-up special called Fractions Speak Louder Than Words.
Because having sex is like quadratic expansion. If it can't be split, then it's time to stop. And having sex is like a doing fractions. It's improper for the larger one to be on top. Yeah, having sex is like math homework. I do it best when I'm alone in my bed. Squaring numbers are just like women. If they're under 13, just in your head.
At age 19, Burnham debuted his stand-up routine, Words, 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 at the Boston House of Blues, becoming the youngest person ever to get an hour-long special on Comedy Central. The album charted on 4 separate Billboard charts and peaked at #1 on the Billboard Comedy chart. And while his music gradually became more mainstream, his audience didn't seem to care. If anything, they applauded Burnham's improved wordplay and ability to remain true to himself. Also, he was being recognized as a fresh face in comedy. He was able to sit down with legends like Judd Apatow, Mark Maron, Ray Romano, and Gary Shandling.
is that Bo actually, when he performs, there's a lot of ironic detachment there. There's a lot of, you're not really revealing yourselves.
I never talk about what I really think about on stage directly, because I don't value what I think at this point. I don't think anyone wants to get up and hear a 20-year-old tell them what they think about how the world works.
Would you do me a favor?
I just kind of make jokes.
Would you do me a favor? Would you do Art is Dead?
Must be psychotic, must be demented to think that I'm worthy of all this attention, of all of this money you worked really hard for. I slept in late while you worked at the drugstore. My drug's attention, I am an addict, but I get paid to indulge in my habit. It's all an illusion. I'm wearing makeup.
The song Art is Dead was way ahead of its time and shockingly profound for the 19-year-old. And in a way, he spent the rest of his career continuously rewriting the exact premise of this song. Some comedians are prophetic and extremely introspective and extrospective about the ever-changing society we live in. They almost know too much for their own good, which results in them seeming highly intelligent, which is also ironic because they are constantly telling silly juvenile jokes, or in Bo's case, singing silly songs. Most people still thought Bo at this point was some theater geek who needs to go touch grass. Mark Maron described his song as cute. Art is Dead is both a